What's up, guys? I'm Scar here from theScore esports here with Pobelter from Immortals. They just finished their Gauntlet series against C9. Unfortunately, they lost. What kind of led to this result, Pobelter?
Don't know.
Well, let me be a little bit more specific. So I interviewed you a lot in the past, and other people on the team, like let's say Huni and Rainover, everyone said, look, our drafts weren't very good, and we're getting better on them. Do you feel like today is kind of a result of like problems you had in the past, or do you feel like new things came up? Like for instance, Reginald on Twitter said that you guys had a big patch come up, and you guys had to adapt to that. Did you feel like a bunch of different factors kind of came up suddenly, or did you think it was something that's been happening for a while?
They were just better, that's all.
The one curious thing I have to ask is that I see C9 doesn't play a lot of Vladimir, and it's really, really strange for me looking on the outside looking in. Do you have any kind of explanation that you could possibly give me why your specific lane opponent doesn't play like such a strong champion?
I think they just think that, well, I think this too, but I think if you play perfectly against Vladimir, then Vladimir's actually not very strong at all. It's just really difficult to execute, and that's why you see even really good teams like SKT and Rox, they just take Vlad out of the equation because they don't want to deal with it.
Recently, I feel like a lot of people's play on Immortals has been slipping a little bit. I saw usually Rainover is your rock on the team. Like he's the one who enables everyone else to play very, very well. However, Rainover in the last week or so hasn't looked very good. Has there been like something change for that, or was that just because of like maybe factors that I'm not really considering?
No, I think Rainover is playing fine.
What do you think is the biggest reason why you lost? Or is it something that it's just that they're just better?
They were just the better team. We were losing more than they were in lane phasing and in team fights, so we lost.
Okay, let's move on a little bit. What is the future look like for both Pobelter and I guess the organization?
Well, we just lost. It's been less than an hour since we lost, so I don't think anyone has any definitive plans or something. I would say it's a safe bet that that something will change, obviously. I mean, we didn't even make it to Worlds. We didn't win LCS, so naturally it would be expected that there are some changes. I mean, there could not be, but it's just my prediction.
I understand that you haven't really had much time to think about it, but is there? I've heard a lot of other teams are looking to go boot camp in Korea. Envy, for instance, told me that they were considering moving their team to boot camp as well. Is that something that you guys would consider doing, even though you guys didn't win today?
No, I don't see the purpose in it if we're not going to be playing for such a long time, because there's going to be a lot of patches, a lot of changes during that time. So I don't really see why you would go to boot camp if you're not going to be playing in Worlds, really.
One last question. A lot of people have been saying that, like, as a pro, it's really, really hard to deal with a lot of these sudden patches. You have to adapt a lot every single big patch. Do you feel like that's something that, like, actually is very noticeable for you and your team?
Yes.
Do you have any final words to say to your fans? I understand they may be a little bit disappointed. You yourself may be a little bit disappointed right now, but you have anything you want to tell them at the end of this interview?
We fucked up, guys. Sorry, we lost.
I'm Scar here from theScore esports here with Pobelter from Immortals. Unfortunately, maybe not a very bright day, but in the future it'll be a lot brighter. Thank you guys. Hope you guys have a nice day.